Today's big topic are villains like the Abomination, Loki, Doctor Doom, MODOK, Venom, Magneto, and Dr. Octopus, more interesting than Captain America, Hulk, Black Widow, Thor, the Human Torch, Mr. Fantastic, Iron Man, and Spider-Man. You decide. In my opinion, I actually do think that heroes are more interesting. Than, well, the villains. Although some villains have more powers over some heroes, they do have some similarities, to be honest. Disney recently released a movie, not recently, it's been a year, but released a movie called Cruella to imagine how the villain from 101 Dalmatians, Cruella the Unfair, actually became so cruel and wicked. Cruella the Unfair actually means Cruella from hell. And villains can actually surprise us, like MODOK from the new movie Ant-Man 3, Professor Snape from Harry Potter, Darth Vader from Star Wars, and Zuko from Avatar, The Legend of Aang, the last Avatar. I mean, the last Airbender. He's not the last Avatar. And now, it's time for the big battle. Are villains more interesting than heroes? I know this will not sound correct, but this is exactly what happens. The yes side will be the heroes, meaning that they admit that villains are more interesting than heroes. And the no side will be the villains, because they're negative, and that heroes are more interesting. Let's start with Captain America. I'll have to admit, you guys are really more interesting than us. No, we are more humble. You heroes must weigh up those moral decisions and pursue the good, which is something that we hate. So you are really more interesting than us because you have more rights. Well, all we want to do is destroy. Me think villains often have troubled lives and interesting personal stories. Me think you guys have also interesting stories and origins. I will have to say, there is the possibility to save you guys from evil.
That is not true. I'm already evil, and I'll always be.
Hey guys, I mean, yeah, sure, there's always the possibility to save you guys from evil too, sure, but then again, audiences usually see mostly from our side. So, Spidey, are you a villain or not? Yes, Mr. Stark? Audiences mostly see things from your view, so I'm gonna say that's really unfair, and that you guys have an upper advantage, and that we are going to be left out, and that we are less interesting. So who wins? Are the villains more interesting, or are the heroes more interesting? Heroes lose. 87% of you guys voted for villains are more interesting than heroes. Only 13% of you said that heroes were more interesting than villains. In my opinion, I actually agree with people saying that heroes are more interesting than villains. And it's a shame, to be honest. Captain America is definitely more interesting than, well, is definitely more interesting than the character MODOK, in my opinion, because Captain America fights for virtues, while MODOK, well, at least from Ant-Man 3, he's basically just a little alien with a squashed head, and he looks like a big baby with little arms. And Red Skull, he's just an American who just turned against them, and that's not really interesting at all. Also, I don't know why he wears that mask, though. And that is the end of today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and I'll see you guys the next one. Schnan out. Peace. The end. La 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 la.